Hello, simmers of the world. This is your SimsFill for the day. I decided to build a house, and this is '01 Spencer Avenue. Now, this is a house that I've actually lived in real life, so I thought it'd be kind of more special that way. And I don't know. I thought it would be exciting to make a house that I've actually lived in, and I know the front door. It's driving so many people crazy, but believe it or not, that's just how the door really is. It's off centered. Why I don't know. Okay, I know before this house was bought, somebody obviously renovated it, and they just didn't know what they were doing. But let's go inside. So we're walking up our little path here into the house. And there we go into the doorway. It's a little mud room in the beginning because this house was in Iowa, and most houses in Iowa have a little mud room like this. We look over into the living room. Not too exciting, but it is what it is. By the way, this is all base game. Just by the way, I went ahead and made it base game just to make it to where anyone could download it. The staircase has a little, or the staircase, the bookshelf has a little bit of a glitch there. Just kind of how it had to work. There's actually a shelf there that's like built into the wall, so that's the best I could do in that case. I stayed really simple to what it is when I lived there. So it was real simple. I mean, we had the little stuff. We actually had blankets covering the windows because this is like right when you get out of high school. It's a young age where you don't really have a lot. You'll notice as we go, it's kind of like weird stuff. We actually had a gun cabinet sitting there. Had our little table. We'll go into the kitchen here. Looks pretty swell, pretty on point to what it actually is. Beautiful. Alright, and let's go in here to the bathroom. Bathroom's tiny. Little tiny bathroom, but very, very on point. Could not have aced that anymore. I suppose we'll go downstairs before we go upstairs. Alright, loop around here, and then we go into the basement. Can we keep going down? Can we not go down into the basement? It might not allow us to do that. Okay. Fine, we'll go upstairs. We'll walk around through the kitchen, through the dining room, through the living room, up the stairs here. There's a little bit of a glitch with the railing there I don't like. Little peek out to the backyard there. Let's head on up here. And then we got 2 bedrooms up here. Mine is on the right and my roommate's was on the left. Go into his. It's red. Lots and lots of red. I actually did not make these rooms too accurate to what they are. This is actually, I made his more into like a female may stay in here. Hence the female boots and perfume and stuff. Nice little room, very simple. I didn't make it too girly. And then we'll go into what would be my room. The desk is very accurate. Bed placement, everything is actually very, very accurate to where it is now. Very beautiful. I keep getting text messages. I am sorry. I am a professional. Alright, let's shoot out to the backyard here. Okay, so here's the thing about how this had to work. So these little walkways here would have led to the garage, but obviously couldn't make a garage going to an alleyway, so I had to roll with what I had. And then also the fire pit's technically not there anymore. We ended up burying it, putting sand over it, and putting a swimming pool in the corner. But the fire pit was a little more easy going, especially to try and build an above ground pool in The Sims. I just didn't want to fight all that. So that's very actually accurate to the fireplace we had. We have both a smoker and a regular grill, so that's kind of why I put two. Some chairs. We have both our recycling bin and our normal trash bin. And now we get to shoot downstairs. Okay, so a bunch of junk is over here. In the real house, we have like the hot water heater and junk over in this area. And then behind me would be laundry, which, like I said, base game don't have laundry. Sad face. I put a bunch of different chairs around this just as a little activity because it seems more like what we would actually have is a bunch of random chairs. And then we have the third room here. Which is, again, just a subtle little room. Not a whole lot to it. We have this little hidden closet back here with another bookshelf and stuff. That's actually an old well room in the house. It has a well in it and stuff. And technically this would not be a room in real life because there's not an egress window, but no one has to know. But that, yeah, that would... Whoop, where are we going here? That would be our simple home here. See if we can work on this. I'm not used to this camera angle. I am sorry. There we go. That looks a whole lot better. Ah. See, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. I would do a speed build, but I felt like maybe this would just be a little bit easier. And then letting you guys know that you can go on and actually buy, or not buy, excuse me, that is the wrong thing to say. You can actually go on the gallery and download this house for free, so not buying. This is the account Twitch Namaj Z. You can find that stuff there. Any characters I use in my Let's Plays will be on here. There's Bryson, or Bryson. And then 01 Spencer Avenue is the house that we just viewed, of course. And I am going to be trying to fill up this blank town we got here with such houses. And anyways, that really is the end. So I hope you guys enjoyed and love the house. And I will be hopefully doing some more house builds and maybe doing some speed builds once I get an editing software that I'm more familiar with again. But for now, I'm just going to be kind of just making houses off screen, and then I will present them just because it's kind of nice to be able to just sit back, build a house, not to have to worry about speed and stuff. So, and editing afterwards, and you guys still get to see the end of the house. So anyways, like, comment, and subscribe for more Phil of The Sims.